today. It's Peggy from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little work tutor, Ellie, today. And my husband is bringing in some groceries. He just got back from the market, so I don't know how long we're going to get to have her here. So we're going to give it a try. I'm going to check right here and make sure everything is going. So you might hear the door opening and closing. That's my husband bringing in the groceries, which is very nice, very nice. Okay, I see that we're on. That's great. I love to see when we're on as scheduled. So welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Oh, I think I forgot my microphone. I'm getting hot. That should be better. So I hope that helps, and you can hear me better now. Okay, good. Let me just adjust that just a hair. Okay, so I have a lot planned for today. We have a lot of fun stuff going on, and it's Wednesday, the middle of the week. It's so wonderful when it's Wednesday and we can go, Tammy, hello, hump day. That's right. Welcome, Tammy. Yeah, Ellie's watching her daddy come in and out, but we'll hold her just a few more minutes. So have you guys been making cards? That's one question I have. And have you guys been able to take advantage of the Designer Series paper sale? We're going to use some pretty Designer Series paper today that's on sale, which is a really great thing. Yeah, she has a hard time when he's coming in and out of the door. Linda, good to see you. Roz, good to see you. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to make something kind of special, kind of different that we don't usually do. And I'm using a hot glue gun. So I've got it all plugged in. So we'll just see how that goes. Let's see, what else did I want to talk to you about? Well, there is a lot going on. You guys know the Designer Series paper sale. 13 different papers are on sale for the month of November, the month of June. And today is the 14th of June. So basically we're about halfway through. So if you haven't grabbed some of that Designer Series paper that's on sale, you'll definitely want to, because 15% off is a pretty good price. I have the different papers here. We're going to use 13 beautiful papers. This is the best I can do here with holding her. 13 beautiful papers, all from the brand new catalog. Who could want more? Tina, good to see you. And Sharon, you're making 4th of July cards. Wonderful for the assisted living manner. Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad that you're able to do that, Sharon. Thank you from all of us for doing that. I should try to start doing that because I always have a lot of extra cards. So I should kind of look into that. Great idea. Okay, if you go to my online store and if you order anything during the month of June, be sure you use the host code. Some people don't know what a host code is or what it actually does. Becky Schlossnagel, good to see you. In the red, there is my host code. It's also typed up above on Facebook and down below on YouTube. And what a host code does is it tells me that you are purchasing from me, number one, and by using that host code, it benefits me so that I can give you not a prize, but a gift, a little gift, because I like to thank my shoppers, the people that shop from me. And so this month, the gift, if you use my host code, is a Stampin' Pierce mat, which is what we use for the photopolymer stamps. We put the paper on top and then stamp on the paper that's on the mat, because then you get a real good image. It's such a better image if you use the Stampin' Pierce mat. Yes, Linda, it's very nice of Sharon. I totally agree. So use my host code when you shop. I really appreciate it. And on my blog, there's a little place that tells, if you go down with the menu, it kind of shows you, I have a menu, and you can look, or it says along the top, I think rewards or something like that. And I have a little picture of where you would insert the host code. Okay, another thing, the starter kit special. A very dear friend of mine joined my team of sweet stampers, and I'm so thankful because she needed a bunch of Stampin' Up stuff, and this is such a great time to take advantage of it. She gets $155 worth of product for only $99, and it all ships free. So if you need product, there's a bunch of stuff you want from the new catalog, this is the time to get the starter kit. No obligation. You can be a demonstrator all the way until October. And not buy anything, but that would be kind of silly because you get 20% off after you become a demonstrator. And so that's part of the point of it. And you can save money. You'd be a demonstrator during the time when the holiday mini catalog comes out, and so you'd be able to get 20% off all of that. It's kind of a no-brainer. I have never looked back. I've had a wonderful time. Allison, good to see you. Roz, thank you. It is a fabulous deal, and you definitely don't have to do what I do. I just do all this because I have a lot of fun, and it makes me a little bit of money so I can get my fingernails done. That's why I started. First, I wanted to cover the cost of my own habit, and so I had one friend come over and start stamping with me, and she invited a few more friends, and then it covered the cost of my habit. And then I thought, I'd like to get my nails done and not have to pay for it out of the house budget. And so a few more friends came over, and that happened. And so that's just how I started selling the product. I'm concerned that Ellie might get out. I think I'll keep holding her a bit. But you don't have to at all. I've got lots of demonstrators who just do it for themselves, and I call them hobby demonstrators or happy shoppers. So if you have never joined Stampin' Up, or if you have and you would like to rejoin, I would love to have you on my team of sweet stampers. Okay, what else? I want to show you. I don't know, Renee, good to see you. If you follow my blog, then you saw today that we had a blog hop, and I'm going to turn you down just for a minute. What a blog hop is where there are a group of us who make cards and projects, and then we all get together and post all of our addresses, our websites, our blog addresses, and you hop from one to the other. So today is a Pals blog hop that I'm involved in, and we were supposed to use the new in colors. So this is the project that I made. I made a card using the Season of Chic stamp set and the coordinating chic dies, and I made a cute little gift card holder. It's like for a gift card or like a Starbucks card. And I just wanted to show it to you. All the details are over on my blog, prettypapercards.com. But I had so much fun using these two colors. This is copper clay, which I love because it's so deep and rich. And then the pretty boho blue. So go on the blog hop. Start at my blog and hop from blog to blog. I think there are 17 of us, and you can see some fabulous projects and cards. Thank you, Becky. You can see some fabulous projects in using the new in colors. So I encourage you to go do that if you have time while you're sitting around this evening. Go on the blog hop. Okay, let's come back up. All right, okay, the door's closed. She can go now. I don't want her to run out in the garage. So the next thing I want to tell you about, I mentioned it last week, thank you, Tina. Hi, Hilda, good to see you. Right now, it's in the pre-order time for one of my classes to go, and this one is called the Cupcake Card Class to Go. Now, you might be wondering, Peggy, I didn't know we had a stamp set with a cupcake. Well, We do. It's not a gigantic cupcake though. It's a little mini cupcake and it is so cute. It's on this stamp set, and if you have it, you know it's the Circle Saying stamp set with that cute little cupcake. And if you watch me very often, you know I'm loving this little cupcake. So I decided to make a cupcake class. And you are going to make 4 cards, well, 4 designs, 2 cards of each of 4 designs. So I usually only have my classes have 6 cards that you make. This time I'm going to have you make 8 cards because I love that little cupcake so much. And when you get the class, you're going to get a half a pack of the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper, which is one of my favorites. And you're going to get a full pack of the Tinsel Gems Trio because it has 3 beautiful colors that I'm using. So, as usual, I'm going to show you the cards. Usually on my advertising, on my newsletter and stuff, I just show just a snippet of the card. But for you guys, I just show it quick, but you get to see the whole card. And the pre-order closes on this Friday night at 6. Up until then, I can take your orders, your pre-orders. Per Stampin' Up policy, I don't have the product, so I do a pre-order, and then I order the product on Friday night. So do you want to see the 4 cards? Okay, watch careful. But they are really cute, I think. I had so much fun making them. So here's the first one, little pink cupcakes. Here's another one, which is kind of a guy or a gal thing card. Okay, here's a really fun card, and I do all the cutting for you, most of it. And it opens up like that with a cute little cupcake. And then this is another kind of fun fold card. And you've seen me make this triangle. So those are the 4 cards. You make 2 of each. And I would love to have you take my class to go. You can do it in your pajamas, on weekends, late at night. I send you everything, and it takes me the time to order. So I'll order Friday night, and then, you know, shipping is a bit iffy. So I'm saying that I'll have everything out by June 30th. I will get it to you. I mail it all priority mail. You can get the class with the stamp set, and it comes with the 2 7/8 inch punch as a bundle. So you can get the class plus the bundle for $85, or you can get just the class kit, everything, for $45, and that all includes shipping. And you can get, if you want the PDFs only, that's $19. So if you're interested, email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com. I have a little registration link that I send you so that you put in all your address and everything, and that way it comes out accurately and no human error in case I would make a mistake. So I try to avoid mistakes. So, oh, thanks, Roz. So if you want to take that class, the little cupcake class, there is, you also get, you're also going to get a package of blends, crumb cake blends for cupcakes, because that's the color of the cupcake itself, you know, the bread part, the cakey part. But you can substitute that for another package of blends. So you get a lot of product. You get, I think it's $25, $28 worth of product in your class kit. I like to do that for you. Okay, you ready to see what we're doing today? Let's get started. All right, let me see if we can do that. Okay, I changed my little background so it's kind of different. Today we're going to make something special in a card, on a card, and I'm going to show you, because a lot of people don't know how to make rosettes. They're also called lollies, and I'm going to show you how to make rosettes. So here's one. I just made some little samples. Here's another one, and I put some pretty ribbon on them. I'm going to talk about the ribbon in a minute. And then here is the card. We're going to make it using some different paper, but this is what the card looks like. You put the rosette here, and then we're going to put some pretty hearts and ribbon, and I'm using let's show you, the Cheerful Daisies stamp set, the Radiating Stitches dies for the little heart. That's why it's missing there. And we're using the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper, which I know a lot of you have. It's a real popular one. Margaret, good to see you. Good morning. And so this is what the card and the envelope look like. And you might be saying, Peggy, that cannot be mailed. Wouldn't you say that? Because that's it's kind of large. But you know what? It does fit into the envelope. Now, really, personally, I wouldn't mail it. This would be a card I would hand to a friend. But I did do a little practice, and it does actually, let me just do this. It actually fits into the envelope, so you can give it to someone. It does fit right in the envelope, but you know, I would be a little hesitant to send it in the mail because they might smash the little rosette or something. But I thought, you know, probably a lot of people don't know how to make this rosette. And I love it. And it also looks amazing on 3D projects. It's a great thing for 3D projects. So let's get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the rosette. And I've got my hot glue gun. It's been here heating up because you do need a glue gun to do the rosette. And so I've got an extra little stick of glue to go in there. Thank you, Linda. So what you need is, now, depending on what size you want your rosette, okay, depending on the size of rosette is what you cut your card strip. I usually use an 11-inch card strip, and then the width depends on what you want. Now, let me see here. This rosette is 1 1/4 inches wide, a 1 1/4 inch by 11-inch strip. This one is 1 1/2, and I'll show you. It's not much, just a little bit different, not a lot. But it would, if you went into the 1 3/4 or 2-inch strip, it would probably be too wide to put on a card. So that would be the case if you wanted to use it for a 3D project or something like that. So we're going to use our Stampin' Trimmer, and let me see if I can get it just right here. First, we have to score the paper, and it really doesn't matter. I'm going to use this side today. This is what I'm going to have facing up, but it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go this direction first because it's real easy to see the prior to 1 inch or 1 1/4, and then I'm going to switch it. But I could do it all on this side, and you'll see what I mean. So every 1/4 inch I'm going to score. And I'll tell you something, these were made out of cardstock. They're a little bit harder to hold together and a little harder to score. They're beautiful, and you can do it, but when starting, I would start with Designer Series paper because it's thinner and easier to both score and then hold when you put it all together. So what we're doing is I'm just scoring every 1/4 inch all the way down the 11-inch strip. Okay, there is 1 1/4. And what I mean is it just seems a little easier. Now I'm going to go over here and do 1 1/2. I have to get my glue gun up out of the way. Okay, so 1 1/2. And we can just chat while I do this. You guys just chat, tell me what's new, what's going on. And then we're going to go to 1 3/4. So the trick is just to keep it aligned up at the top and just keep scoring, and then we're going to fold. We don't have to use our bone folder at all. We're just going to do it with our fingers. It's just going to be an accordion fold. But I find that there are a lot of people who don't do this, but it's so fun, and especially like for grandchildren or children, and you hand them a card or a project and it has this fun rosette on it. Does anyone know where the word lolly comes from? I don't, but I'm thinking if Anthony would be on, he might know. It sounds kind of British, don't you think? But they do call it a lolly or a rosette. So if anybody knows, tell me what you think. So we're just doing this scoring. I know I could have done it beforehand, but I really wanted you to see just how to do it. So every 1/4 inch, and that gives that wonderful indentation that makes the rosette. Okay, I'm watching to see if anybody knows what a lolly is. Have you guys made these before? Let me know if you've made a rosette before and you're familiar with how to do it. Because the one reason I am doing it is because I didn't think you had done it before. It's kind of, not a lot of people know how to do it, and they take a look at it and they say, oh, it's so much work. This is the most work right here, is just scoring. And, you know, it's taking me, what, 5 minutes to do the scoring? Okay, we're up to 10, 10 1/4, 10 1/2, and 10 3/4. Okay, we're done. All scored. All right, let me put this down here. And now what we do, let me get my little glasses on here. And now we just start folding right along the score lines and just fold it up like a little accordion. And this is fun to do at a card class because you could just sit and fold and chat, right? I think I might do it at my next class actually. And you just have to, this is a dark paper, so you have to look kind of closely at, have to look a little closely for the score lines. That's the only thing. And just fold it up like this, like a little accordion. Linda, you haven't, Allison has, it's been a while. Linda hasn't. Okay, good. Good to know. Renee. Lolly is British candy. I knew one of you guys would know. So I wonder, why do they call this rosette a lolly? Because I've seen people, you know, describe it. When I was first learning some years ago, they said, oh, we're going to learn to make a lolly. And so I don't know why they use that. British candy. Okay. Well, maybe they put candy in the middle. I don't know. But that's just what I heard. Okay, so as it gets toward the end, it's getting a little bit, just a little bit harder to hold. But I've got it. I think this is where my nails do come in, I really have to say. Almost done. And then we get to the glue gunning, the fun part. I keep my glue gun right up here in the cupboard, right above my desk, so it's nice and handy. Roz, you just looked up the origin of lolly, and it seems it's just a short form of lollipop. Oh, okay. Good. Thank you, Roz. Good to know. And Margaret hasn't made one. Okay, no wonder it does look like a lollipop. Yes. Okay, now we've got it all folded like an accordion, and we're going to glue these two ends together. Now, mine happen to come out where they're both kind of the same, like they're both a mountain. So what I'm going to do is cut one off just right at the score line, because we want to adhere the least amount possible. So this way, what it means is just, can you see that one little piece is going to slide right over that other one. So I'm going to put a little glue there. And the reason we're using the glue gun is because we don't want it to come apart, and it has some tension, you'll see in a minute. So I'm just going to adhere that. And now I'm using my silicone mat because, you know, the glue gun, little drops of glue pop down. Okay, so what we do now is we turn it inward, and it's a little bit of fun. But look at that, you turn it inward. I don't think you can actually see that because it's so dark. So you turn it inward just like that. And what we're gonna, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to punch my little pieces. Okay, we need to punch some pieces. I've got the 1 3/4 inch punch here. And we'll do this again. Right now it's poked back up. And I'm gonna punch, well, I really just need to do yellow, I think. Sometimes, let me ponder again. Yes, I'm just going to do yellow. If I want to use designer series paper for the center, I would do a white backing, a white cardstock backing, because you're going to glue gun it, and if you use designer series paper as a circle, it would be lumpy, okay? But we're not going to do that. So we're going to press it inside again like that, and then these are the circles that we're going to glue on like this, and that's what keeps it together. Now you can force it way tiny. See how there's no space in there, or you, whoops, or you can just let it relax. And I tend to just let it relax and have its own size of opening there. So I'm going to take my glue gun and just go around the circle like that, and put one of my lemon lolly punch circles on there, and that'll set up pretty quick. And then you just turn it over and do the same thing on the back side, and then you can use either the front or the back as your for your, you know, you can turn your rosette either direction. My glue stick is running out a little bit here. Let me see if I can do something about that. I'm not getting quite as much glue as I want right here. Let's see if I can push it a little. There we go. There we go. That did it. Because I like to have quite a bit of glue. I don't want it to be coming apart. And then the only thing you have to pay attention to is try to center this punch circle inside of the lolly. And see, I got a little, that isn't as even as I might like it. But there you go. There's your lolly. What do you think? Pretty good, huh? Okay, now what I'm going to do is put a little ribbon on my lolly. And I wanted to show you this ribbon. I don't know if you guys have seen, oh, Christmas ornaments. Yes, excellent, Kathy. Lollygag, that's what parents say to their children. I don't know. I know I've said it, but I didn't know it had anything to do with this lolly. But interesting, Sharon's never made one either. Okay, this ribbon I love. I wanted to show you guys in case you don't know about it. It's in the annual catalog. Sheer ribbon combo pack, but you guys, look at these gorgeous colors. I'm going to use yellow here, and I had some and I ran completely out of the lemon lolly because it's my favorite color right now. But this is the azure blue, and this is the bubble bath, and it is gorgeous, lined with this silver, and you get it in a 3-pack. I really like it. Now okay, I think what I'm going to do, I want to adhere my ribbon also with the glue gun as long as I have it out and going. So I'm going to get this cellophane off here first. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere my ribbon to the back side that I'm not going to use. Okay, so I'm not going to use this side. I'm going to use the front. So I'm going to cut off a piece of this ribbon, and let me use my nice ribbon scissors. I'm going to trim that because it's a little bit weird. Okay, and I just want a little bit to poke out from underneath. Now you can do this a couple of ways. If I were putting it on the front, I could tuck it up under here. I could put a little glue under there and tuck it up under, okay? Or I could put it like this, glue gun it, and then put another circle on and adhere it with Stampin' Dimensionals. But because I'm going to put it on the back, I'm just going to do the tucking method right under here, wherever it looks. It would tuck really well right under there. So I'm just going to shoot a little glue down up in there. Down up, yeah, that makes sense. Try to get a little glue. Okay. And we know it doesn't really matter because it's going to be, because this particular one is going to be adhered to our card. And now I'm just going to push that up in there like that. Whoops. Okay. Actually, it's doing fine. It can just stick wherever it sticks. Whoa. All right. Let's try this again. There we go. Now we've got it up in there. And I'm just going to give it a dot more glue to really stick it in there. Okay, there we go. And then it's just going to show out from the front, and I'm going to set it aside to dry, and I will trim those up when we get back to that. I'm adhered to it. Lolly means tongue. Oh, so candy was called lollies because of the use of your tongue. Hi, Xiomara. Good to see you. Do I know if the natural wavy trim is available? I don't. You know, Becky, I'm so sorry. I usually check the inventory list before I come on, and I did not today. I'm sorry, I did not do that today. Okay. But you know what? If you email me, Peggy at Pretty Paper Cards, email me even right now, and I will check it as soon as I get off, and that'll make me remember to check it. Okay. So now we're going to make our card, and I've used, of course, Lemon Lolly, and we're going to go ahead and put on this piece. I really love this. That's the copper clay, and this is peacock, and I just think this piece is really pretty. So we're just going to form our card and get it ready for our beautiful lolly. Now I feel so confident calling it that, you guys. Thank you so much. Our little top of a lollipop. Okay, I'll do it, Becky. It would remind me if you email me. And let's see. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm also going to do the inside. I've got glue all over me. And inside, I'm going to go ahead and put just a little strip that I had left over here. This is 3/4 of an inch by 5 3/4. And I'm just going to put this on the inside just to decorate the inside a little bit. This is more of a paper crafting card than a stamping card because we're doing a lot of paper crafting. And then this is a piece of basic white that's going to go right next to it. This is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then this will just finish off our inside, and we won't have to think about it again. We'll get that done nicely. There we go. I think that's kind of a nice looking inside, and it brings the outside in, which I always like. Diane Emerson, good to see you. Marsha Long, good to see you. So we've got that much. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do our sentiment. I have a little sentiment piece over here, and we're going to stamp it. The sentiment is from the Cheerful Daisies stamp set. It's a birthday sentiment, and I'm going to use my copper clay that I like so much, my copper clay ink. Whoops. Okay, here we go. And it's going to say, wishing you the brightest birthday. And we're going to put this on our lolly, so we want to get this ready right now. There we go. Isn't this just the prettiest, deepest, richest color? Really, I'm not prone to liking browns, and I don't think I've ever liked a brown, and I love this brown. So I just cut an angle at that end. I'm going to cut another angle here for us to put this on. And now we're ready to put our lolly onto our card. And we're going to put it just like that. Let's trim off our little edges here a little bit. We'll just trim them up just a short bit, the edges of our ribbon. Pull off some glue strings, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere it with the glue gun since I have it here. You know, you might as well, right? And then it's not going anywhere, baby. Okay, so I think that in itself is pretty cute. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut a couple of hearts. Now I already went ahead and cut a lemon lolly colored heart from the radiating stitches, but I thought we'd cut one together because I want one out of the designer series paper. So I've already got it all set up here on my boho blue mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and here's my little heart die. I've got the paper in there, and I'm going to run this little guy right through here because you just need a little extra. You know, the lolly by itself with the bright yellow center, it just needs a little decoration, I thought. So let's just Now we could do, well, I could have done it the other side. Let's see. There we go. Have you ever done that to release your dies? It actually works. So we could do it this way, or we could do it that way. It doesn't even look that bad turned upside down. Which way do you guys think? Okay, yes, put prize, because the prize today is going to be a card, one of my cards today, and maybe an extra lolly. Okay, so I kind of think that's a little bit cute, just like that. Don't you think? Or should we do I think the green is too much. Thank you, Linda. I think the green is too much. Okay, let's go ahead and glue our sentiment down. And I want to make sure I don't get it past the edge of the card. So I'm going to bring it in about there. And then the point of the heart, one of the points of the hearts, or the purposes, is to cover the sentiment there, to cover that edge. So I think we could put that right there. I'm going to put my Stampin' Dimensional up a little bit higher. I might need two. Let me put a second dimensional on. If you guys don't use official Stampin' Up Stampin' Dimensionals, I think you're really missing out. I know some gals that like to use less expensive ones that they get elsewhere, but I'm telling you, I think our dimensionals are so fabulous. I really do. I just love them. Okay, I just think they work well. They're nice and wide and they stick really well. And anyway, just a plug for our dimensionals. I use them all the time and I love them. Okay, and then we'll put the other little heart right, well, we could, I think we'll put it over here. We'll just put it right there. So there's our card. Now let's do a little tiny bit of stamping on our envelope, just to bring in our theme. And let's just put one of the daisies from the Cheerful Daisies stamp set right on here. And then I have the little inside stamp. I don't know if the lemon lolly will show up or not. Maybe I'll get some, hold please, I have to reach. I'm going to actually use Daffodil Delight here, I think. Whoops. Okay, here we go. I forgot about getting this stamp pad out because I want the yellow to kind of show. And here's the little inside. And we'll just stamp that right in there. It's pretty cute. This is, the daisy set is so fabulous. I know it's been a popular one, so I'm thinking a lot of you have it. So there is your little daisy card with the lolly on it. Yes, Roz agrees. Our dimensionals are fabulous. They are. They really are. Okay, now let's look at all of our cards because I'm going to let the prize winner, if she's on today, choose one of the cards. I'm going to keep one for a sample, and then the prize winner can choose one of these and one of the individual ones. So I'll leave those out while oh, this is not, this is for, okay, sorry, I got myself mixed up. This is for next week. So I'm going to have all this stuff available. So even if you want to go back and amend your, where you say prize, choose a card and a lolly. And let me know. We'll do it this way. You get the two, well, you could get them, just tell me what you want. And we can wait. I'll leave it all until next week. You can choose next week. Because I want you guys to have fun. I want you to enjoy your prize. Okay, let's come back up. And we'll give away the prize from next week, from last week. That's where I got confused. You know, after I've been on here about 30 minutes, my mind just goes off, I think. Thank you, girls. Carol, good to see you. So the prize from last week was a set of 3 of my birthday cards that I've made, and the prize goes to Cheryl McGowan. I don't know if I've seen Cheryl on here today, and I don't have your address, Cheryl, but I will try to contact you through Facebook, and please email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com with your address. And that way I can send this to you. I give 2 weeks. I put the date on the back. I have a little post-it with all the info. And after 2 weeks, I put it back in my stash. So Cheryl McGowan, congratulations. I thank you so much for watching my lives. And I would love for you to get this. So email me with your address. And thank you guys all for being on today. I appreciate you. I hope you got some good ideas. I hope you got some good ideas about lollies or these cute little rosettes. And we might make some for Christmas. You know, the holiday catalog is coming out in September, I want to say. I think it starts in September, and demonstrators get to preview it and pre-order in August. Another great reason to become a demonstrator, sign up with me to get that starter kit special. So if you have any questions about that, always email me with any questions. I try to respond pretty quickly. I'm looking at my all day long. So I will see you Friday. Go make a card.